adorable. It's so simple. I mean, you don't hardly need anything for this. And the gift card fits right there. This was we went to a hotel this weekend, and this was the key. I don't have a gift card on me, but it's the same exact size, so it fits perfectly in there. See? Alright, so let's get started. Your card base, this is going to measure 6 by 4, and then you're going to score it at 3 inches to give you a 3 by 4 inch piece of paper, okay? So let's cut this at 6 first. We're going to do 6 by 4. This is why I didn't want to use this cutter. Look at what it does. When your blades are going bad, this is what happens. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my scoreboard, and we're just going to score this at 3 inches. Just going to score it in half at 3 inches. And then fold it in half. And there's our card. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this wood grain DSP that we have. Isn't it cute? And I'm going to punch out 8 of these little labels. Okay? So let's see. 1, 2, 4. Then I'll turn it around. Okay, so then I'm going to punch out a 1-inch circle punch of my DSP, and I'm going to cut this in half. Stamp, we're going to use Grapefruit Grove. I used Tranquil Tide on that one, but I'm just going to switch it up a little bit. And let's just stamp this. Hip hip hooray. Let's punch it out with this label punch. Aren't punches awesome? God, I love them. This piece of twine, it comes like this. Okay, it comes off the spool like this, and all I did was cut one of the strands off, and then I'm able to pull 1 at a time, 3 at a time, whatever I want, and then, you know, I can get little pieces like this, which I love. Get a glue dot. I'm gonna kind of curl it just a little bit. Place that there. And I'm gonna place this right on the bottom of one of my circles. Okay? So let's put this card together really quick. So all you're gonna do is put adhesive. Am I in the camera? On all these little pieces that you punched out. And the best part about this card is they don't even have to be perfect. So pretty much however they fall, that's it. Super easy. I mean, you can have friends come over and make like a ton of these thank you cards or birthday note cards. Love it. Okay, and that's it. And then Here's the one we stamped out. I'm gonna use my mini dimensionals. We have regular size dimensionals and we have these little tiny dimensionals. I'm gonna use these. And then I'm just gonna stick this right there. I'm going to get another glue dot for this because it's super tiny. And I'm going to slide this under my sentiment. And then just stick this one up here. Isn't that cute? It's so easy. Look at how easy that was. Super cute, right? I love this paper. Okay, now let's make the holder for it. So this, I'm going to cut this at 6.5 by 6.5. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in my scoreboard. And I'm going to score on one side 1.5. Can you see what I'm doing? Let's move this a little. Okay, I'm going to score at 1.5 and 4 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 5/8, and then I'm going to turn it and I'm going to score it at 1 inch and 5.5. And that's all we're doing for scoring. So let's fold our score lines. Okay, let's do some cutting. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut, there's 4 little squares, and you're going to cut all 4 of those off. It really doesn't matter which side you choose, just because they're both 1 inch at the bottom. So what you're going to do is pick a side and just snip off a little bit from the bottom. This is going to make it easy to close. So you see how I did that? So then when you go to close, it makes it really easy to do that. Okay? And then on the top, what you're going to do is you're going to just snip off a little piece from the top at an angle. So that way the bottom can fold like this. Okay? Or the top can fold down. So my craft area where I do my videos, it's in my bedroom. And my bedroom's not huge. Like, I'm going to take a picture of my craft area when we're done, and I'll post it so you can see what I'm working with. Okay, so let's do this. Let's put some adhesive. We'll put some adhesive here. This is, so there's a larger flap and there's a smaller flap. Let's put the adhesive on the smaller flap. Like this. So you'll want to use a strong adhesive, maybe like the multi-purpose Tombow adhesive or some Terran tape. And then look at how cute is that? That's how it's going to close. So then you'll stick your card in here. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so then you'll stick your card in here, And then we're going to make a belly band. We're going to make the belly band for this. Okay, we're going to take our long, this is 8.5 by 11. Just take a 1-inch strip off of this. I'm sure you have scraps laying around, so that'd be perfect. Nope, that's not the one we were working on. We were working on this. Take some adhesive so we can close that up. And you can get your belly band, and we're going to wrap it around. Not too tight because you want it to be able to slip off. Like this. And I'm going to take a piece of my DSP. So if this is 1 inch, you want your DSP 3/4 of an inch. So that way you can have a little tiny border around there. So this piece of DSP is cut at, I believe it's 6 by 3/4, and then I'm just going to come snip this off. But to be exact, you can do 3/4 of an inch by 4. Okay, and then where's my label punch? I'll take this punch. I don't know the name of this one right offhand, but it'll be in the instruction sheet. And then we're just going to place this here, and I'll stamp the flower for you. Did I even say what stamp set we were using? I didn't. We're using the Happy Birthday Gorgeous. This carried over to our new catalog. Thank God, because I love it. And I'm using the Happy Birthday, and we used, what did we use for the inside? Oh, Hip Hip Hooray. Hip Hip Hooray was for the card. And so I'm using the Happy Birthday and then the flowers. Okay. Let me get a piece of scrap paper. So we're going to fussy cut a little bit. If you don't like fussy cutting, let's see, how could I do this? If you don't like fussy cutting, let me show you what you can do. We can get, you can get a circle punch or whatever punch you have, and you can do this, okay? And it's still gonna look cute. So I'm going to stamp this flower in mint macaron, or the leaves. I'll stamp these. Let's see. Yeah, let's do it this way. So I'll stamp this like this. And then you can get your flower. So you're going to stamp your flower, and then you're going to stamp it again. You're going to stamp off, and then you're going to stamp onto that. You see that? Isn't that cute? This is two-step. Is it called two-step stamping? I believe it's called two-step stamping. Like that, and then you can get your sentiment. This is just if you don't want a fussy cut. You can get your sentiment and put it down like that. Oh my gosh, I think I like this. How cute is that? And then you can just place it right there. Isn't that good? So we'll stamp this right there, and then I'll stamp my flowers. These two-step stamps are so much fun. Gosh, I hope I didn't lose my little flower. Here it is. So I'm going to stamp off, and then stamp onto my flower. And then I'm just going to cut this out. See how messy my desk is getting? And just fussy cut. Just leave like a little tiny border. Like that. Let's get this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this all the way to the end of the birthday. And I'm going to just punch that out. And we can put this together. Get more mini dimensionals. Place this right here. And of course we have to pop this up. And just put this like that. I think we should put another dimensional down here. They're so tiny. There we go. Isn't that cute? I love it. So let's put this back. I'll put the other. I'll put this on here, just so you can see how they both look. That like that. Slide this in. I might have made this one a little too snug. So just be careful when you're wrapping it around that you don't put it too snug. But isn't that adorable? Okay, hold on, one more thing. I'm trying to make a mini bow out of this. This. I'm going to roll my glue dot, put a glue dot there, and then put a bow right at the flower, and then you can just trim it. Cute, and we can do it on the other one too. So yeah, so this is using Very Vanilla, and then this one is using Whisper White. I really like the Very Vanilla better, but I mean they still look cute. See? And then the belly band, if you don't like to fussy cut, here, this is a different option you can go with. So I mean they're both adorable. Alright guys, I'm logging off. Have a good night. Bye.